Hey everybody, welcome back to Conscientious Omnivore. My name is Pal. So you might be thinking, what does a broken down piano and this little shelf for storing fruit have in common? And what I really wanted to talk about just really quickly is reusing materials. So driving the kids to school today, I saw a broken down piano being thrown out. And I managed to scavenge this beautiful piece of wood. I really wish the car was configured slightly different today because I would have been able to take more. I may still be able to get some tomorrow if it's still there. But I managed to just get this one little piece of wood. Really nice, nice looking, wood, obviously, for it being an instrument. I just can't believe people would smash it and just throw it out. It was completely, just completely destroyed, and there weren't too many whole pieces of wood, but I may be able to still scavenge some more. But yeah, what does that have to do with this? Well, the wood you see here is pretty much all free material that I managed to either scrape together from stuff that I had laying around that was left over. Most of these little bits were from the composting toilet project. I had I think like 1.5 of these boards left, and I just ripped them in half on the table saw, and then I used those. And then some of these I actually got from just scrap wood that was being thrown out in the lumberyard. It was used as spacers in between the big planks of wood that we were buying, so we could just take as many as we wanted, and we took a bunch. So it's really great stuff that you can just use, and that's what I made this out of. The only thing I spent money on was the screws to hold it all together. So I just finished up sanding this with a light sander, like an orbital sander. I had already done kind of a rough sanding job on all the boards before I assembled it with a belt sander. So yeah, really pretty much the only thing I paid money for and just bought today was the screws. And I think I spent less than $1 on all the screws, and I still have some left over for another project. So it's pretty cheap. And considering that this is all like basically free material and or reused material, like scrap to be burned, I think it came out pretty nice. I'm going to do one more step, which is apply some flaxseed oil, and then I'll show it to you guys when it's done, and we'll stack some fruit on here. But yeah, I mean, just something to think about, that there's so much waste that goes on. It's kind of incredible what people throw out. I can't believe somebody chopped up a piano instead of just, listing it for free or something. I think this is actually one of those like traps of, being so busy with work and family and everything else that you don't even have time to do something as basic as just like take a picture of the piano, put it up on, like a Craigslist type thing, and just say, here, free piano, come and get it. I'm sure there would have been somebody that would have been glad to take it, and instead it's getting chopped up and thrown in the landfill. So yeah, I don't know. I've had ideas before about doing some kind of like reclaimed furniture and stuff, and this was the first thing that I've actually managed to build. So we'll see what else we can do. So there we go, the finished product. Loaded up with some fruit. As you can see, we do like eating our fruit, and we usually have quite a bit of it. It was getting really kind of like unwieldy how much fruit we would always have kind of piled up and put into various bowls and stuff, and just the countertop itself. So this should be a lot nicer way to organize it, keep it from getting stacked and crushing each other and all this kind of stuff. We are big fans of persimmons. They do take a while to ripen. Some of them you got to let sit for, I don't know, probably even over a week. So right now it's they're in season and they're pretty cheap, so we usually buy quite a bit, and then I just let them sit until they're ripe and ready to be eaten. Bananas, apples, whatever else we have up there. There's a mango and pomegranate and stuff. So anyway, I think it came out really well. I'm really happy with it. I was able to kind of sand everything down really nice and smooth, and got some flaxseed oil on here. I think it looks great. This will kind of keep getting darker and yellow with age. Might have to reapply some oil to it, after some time goes by. But yeah, I think it already looks pretty nice. It's very smooth to the touch. It's really nice. I like it. My wife was really happy with it. And like I said, this was pretty much put together for the cost of about $1 worth of screws, many of which I still have left over. And yeah, it's just kind of, mind-boggling what you can sometimes make out of just stuff that you have laying around, or things that are being thrown away literally just, as you're out and about. And I mean, really, like, most of these bits of wood were scrap wood, or could have been made from scrap wood, because the stuff I made for the sides here, this literally was scrap from the lumberyard. And it's almost the exact dimensions of what I ended up cutting from the board that I actually paid for. But even if you were to buy this, the materials would certainly still come out really cheap, and certainly less expensive than if you were to just go to the store and buy something. And the additional benefit of this is that I was able to make it exactly to this size. I didn't want to make it any bigger. I wanted it to be 3 shelves, and I wanted it to be roughly equal height, so I can get tall stuff in there as well. Like sometimes we buy pineapples or what have you, and I wanted everything to be able to fit in there. So yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I didn't really show you how I made it, but as you can probably imagine, it's not very complex. I mean, I just have these braces going across, have the slats going to the back, and then I have everything put together with screws. So it's really just, really basic. I just copied like a standard shelf that you would find in like a, IKEA or some kind of, project kind of hobby type store. And it's really simple, but it is very sturdy and not going to go anywhere, and I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, try to reuse stuff that you have, or try to do some dumpster diving and get creative with things being thrown away. Like I say, man, I couldn't believe the piano being thrown away. That was just insane. I wish we could have taken more of it, but yeah, anyway. So goes life. Sometimes you only get 1 or 2 pieces from something, but even that could be used in something else in the future. So anyway, hope you guys liked it. Let me know if you're into making stuff, and if so, what do you do for getting free or cheap material? Yeah. So anyway, see you guys in the next one. Bye.